Dominic Joseph, another young player signed by VFC, and Marcus DeAndrea, and of course your head coach, Azad Palani. Estelle, the women of Langley United, they came short 2-0 in the opening game of this back-to-back. What are we thinking we're going to see here today for Langley United on the men's side? Missing some pieces. No Joel Badger, their leading goal scorer, but they do have Brody Thomas, then bringing in a big name like Kevin Picorni.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if the Unity men play the same way as the Unity women here with that super high press, seeing if Langley can work their way out of that just a little bit better than the women's side did.
Absolutely. It is a very young Langley United squad, of course. Kevin Picorni and Dominic Joseph, 17 and 16 years old respectively, both playing some time in the Canadian Premier League this season, but both wearing the blue and yellow as they will start on the right side of your screen here today. They'll be going from right to left, and Unity will, in their whites, they'll be going, or off whites, I guess, they're pinkish white. They'll be going from left to right here. The wind at the moment seems to have subsided, but for the most part we've seen it heading towards the net on the left side of your screen for most of the afternoon. Both teams will feel like they really need 3 points here this afternoon, as there are no playoffs in League 1 BC here this season. It is just a straight league. Everyone plays everyone twice, home and away, and at the end of the year, the top teams in both men's and women's will come away with the championship and advance to the Canadian Championship next season. Gassemi, he finds DeAndrea. They work it around here and they quickly switch the play. Something we weren't able to see Langley United do in the first game of our back-to-back here. I suspect we'll see a lot more of Langley United on the ball in this one than we saw in the opening match here this afternoon.
Unity here definitely not pressing as high as in the women's game. They've only got really one pushing high up front on that back line. Even now we've only got one in the center. Maybe looking to spray the ball wide here.
Unity without their top scorer on the season. They've only scored 3 goals so far on the season, but 2 of them coming off the foot of Jordan Lowe. He's not in the lineup here this afternoon. Victory Shambuso, the other player for Unity who has hit the back of the net. All those goals came in their lone victory, a 3-2 win against the Vancouver Whitecaps Academy. Unity losing 4-0 to Burnaby FC to start the year, and then losing 1-0 in their last match to TSS Rovers. That's a nice ball out wide. Finding Kerr. And Buchanan all over him and just has to retreat, and they'll work it all the way back to their back line.
Yeah, Langley nice and compact at the back. You can see here they're all right together.
Yeah, we're moving as a unit early on right now, which is what we love to see. And Gassemi just gets into the foot a little bit there of Baines, and that's going to be a free kick here. Langley United right now 4th in the League 1 BC standings at on 6 points. Unity on 3 points. They sit 6th place in the standings, but still, again, early on in the year. Lots of footy to be played this summer here in BC. Long ball played.
Straight up.
Controlled nicely by Picorni, the 17-year-old. Picorni comes from Mississauga, Ontario. A big, exciting signing for Vancouver FC this season, who, if you've been paying attention to the CPL season so far, a very young side that plays in the black and white here at Willoughby Stadium. Of course, a working relationship with our Langley United all season, so we will see some players being loaned out from VFC. That one last off of a Unity head. Trying to work around his man there was Unity's number 21, Caden Ruby. But it's going to be Dominic Joseph.
Langley doing well to break out there.
Joseph loses the handle on it though, and it's Verhoeven.
It was a lucky slip for Langley there.
Yeah, a little bit of time here though for Pagorni. Nice turn, long ball over the top. That's a beautiful ball. Keeper has to come all the way out to make sure nothing happens there. As looked like Gasemi had a step and he would have been in on goal. Pagorni now. Lucas back heels it for Gasemi. His cross blocked by Buggy Sadu. Long-time UFV Cascade there. Long throw in there. Mineta with the deep throw. And Shambuso, who clears it off a leg and out to touch. Wearing the captain's armband here for the squad out of Surrey. Controlled off the head, and the wind's going to carry that one all the way to the keeper Hicks, who quickly plays it to Shambuso. Long ball across pitch, trying to find a teammate.
Langley just calm and collected here. They don't seem to be in a rush, which is good. Just settling, and they're getting that time on the ball too, so lots of time in the middle.
Yeah, plenty of time. Long ball up and over the top. Trying to get onto the end of that one was number 12, Joey Buchanan. Joey will just slow things down here as we look to throw one in. Finds Gasemi, who gets it right back to him. Joey in a battle there with Powell, and it'll be yet another throw. Thomas, the captain, tries to center it, looking for Pagorni. Gasemi does well to win that ball. Kicks it out wide. Thomas tried the low cross, and it was Savan who wins it and plays it long.
Again, Unity just not much up front. He's all alone there on his island.
Yeah, asking a lot of Ruby there. He did get his head to it, but yeah.
Yeah.
He did win the ball, but he's got no one to play it to in that situation.
It's hard to hold on to it while everyone catches up to you.
Not an easy task as a lone striker,
And
applying
they'll
the play,
try
the
it
hold-up
again.
play, and that time Mineta just easily comes out to claim it. Good ball through. It is Pagorni. Kevin Pagorni plays it across, and it's tucked away. Brody Thomas, the captain, opens the scoring here in Langley. Just 7 minutes in, it's 1-0 Lusa. Estelle, for a 17-year-old, what a calm, cool pass that was from Kevin Pagorni.
You could see they were on the front foot the whole time, just kind of waiting for the chance, right? There was no rush, no stress, no panic the entire time, so it was bound to happen. Even now, they look calm as they're getting back in position. They're gonna go again.
Yeah, that is Thomas's 4th of the season now. He ties himself with teammate Joel Badger, who not in the lineup here tonight. But Langley not looking any worse for wear without him. Looking dominant in the early part of this one. Quickly taking the 1-0 lead. And you love to see when you can get a contribution from a player stepping onto a pitch with a few players he's probably not used to playing with. And Unity now find themselves behind, as they have often this season. They'll try to get back into this match.
Well, Unity just playing so deep here. They've got 2 deep midfielders, and And Langley's got almost everybody behind the ball. It's just really tough.
Shambuso finds Buggy Sidhu. He goes across. It's a nice looking cross, but it was handled easily there by Langley, and Pagorni not able to keep that one in. A little bit of a giveaway there from Mineta. It's kept in, but D'Souza does well to get down low and claim that ball. Thomas now, the goal scorer, he's back on the ball. Finds Dom Joseph. Recent call up to the Trinidad and Tobago under 17 side. Of course, Langley United in their 99th year of being a club, but their first year in League 1 BC, and they have started off on the right foot, both in the men's and women's sides. It's been really exciting here.
You can just see how cohesive this men's team is. They're just all shifting together. They're all talking together. They're in perfect shape as they build up the field. Even now you got the perfect diamond in the middle.
Coach Azad has done a great job with this side, and especially when you are constantly rotating players in and out, getting players loaned from VFC, and always impressive when you can rotate players in and out like this and continue to be successful. And other than the loss in the opening match to Kamloops, they have been picture perfect here so far on the season.
Definitely makes it easier for those players who are joining in when everyone is picture perfect in how they shift and how they play. You can really take the coaching board in the locker room and work off of that. If everyone else is moving in unison, you can slot in those extra pieces pretty easily.
Foul was called on the original foul on Valentine King. Free kick will come from just over the halfway line. Looks like Gasemi's going to try to send one deep, though. He looks to try and find Thomas, swept away. Had to be sure on that challenge as the defender went to ground. That was Lennon Thompson who went and claimed that one. He had to make sure he didn't send that one on his own net. Try to find Shambuso. Does well. Sidhu goes inside. Verhoeven. He'll be patient and kick it back out to the outside, and then immediately receives the pass back as they look for a little space through the middle, but Verhoeven instead sends it out wide, makes the run. He'll get it back. Takes a hard crash there with Ostavari. And the foul is going to be called. Head referee Steven Lebrechthausen. That'll be a free kick opportunity here for Unity, just outside the 18. We'll see what they can whip up here if they try to put one on with a little bit of pace towards the 6 and maybe try to get a head on it, or if they try to loft one more up into the air. Leaves it off. They get a little bit of space. Shot from just outside the 18. Blocked. And the offside flag goes up on the rebound, but I think maybe caught Langley sleeping a little bit on that one. I don't think they were expecting that to be just cool touched on.
I like the little layoff pass there. That was nice. Yeah, especially from there, that close, you definitely expect it to be kicked in there. So.
Head referee just having some words, just trying to calm things down here in the early stages. Played out wide, tipped on to Thomas. The captain just bullies his man off the ball, but wins the free kick anyways. King will play it up and over and finds Mavetta, who's got a little bit of space. Shambuso is on him though, but he'll receive the pass back from DeAndrea. King getting his first start here of the season. He's come in all 3 games as a sub. And that's Pagorni wearing the number 7 tonight, and he's going to be fouled. Of course, that number 7 normally worn by Joel Badger, who had a brace last weekend in the home opener. And he had a brace the week before that against TSS, so he's had 4 goals in his last 2 matches. But again, Langley not hurting without him for goal scoring, as they got that early one there from the skipper. And that's where we stand after 15 minutes here at Willoughby Stadium. Ostavari will leave that for Valentine, and Lusa will just work it out from the back once again.
They're doing really well to win it just before it gets into that final fourth of the field. They've just got that little mid-block kind of going here. Unity only pushing 2 up front, max. So not really too much happening there.
Joey Buchanan, well, it looked like he had a little bit of words for himself. Couldn't believe he let that one slip, just took his eye off the ball. It happens to all of us.
Oh, you're looking to go forward. Sometimes they forget the ball's there.
Ostavari does well, sends it to Joey, and he gets that one off a foot. Played off of a head and then back out once again as Luso earns a few yards up the pitch, and they'll do it all over again. Lucas tried to chip it up over the top, wanted Thomas to make the run, but the captain just a little flat-footed. Ooh, dangerous play there as Pagorni was all over him. Nice long ball. A little bit of space here for Unity on this left side. They'll try to swing one in. Denied though by Ostavari. That's a poor job there on that cross. And the long ball trying to find Lucas, but Hicks comes way out to claim it once again. The Unity keeper having to come way off his line a couple of times here to make sure there were no attempts.
Look to switch it here if he can.
Pagorni looking for the turn, but Shambusu does well, wins the ball, and then plays it back to Hicks. There's Bagisidu finding Shambusu.
Both teams doing really well to reset around the back. No one's really forcing it up too much.
Long ball.
As I say that.
Yeah, sailing way over Ruby there. And D'Souza, who is committed to another player who's going to be a University of the Fraser Valley Cascade next season. He sends that one out wide. Sadu, he's been very involved so far here this afternoon. They work it out wide for Shambusu. Ooh, goes through 2 defenders. Goes off the leg of Dom Joseph, and then a little too aggressive. He's going to be called for the foul. Good little play there from the Unity skipper as he cut through 2 Langley defenders, but not able to get by that third. Seems to be a player that Langley is keying on here early on, for good reason. That ball takes a deflection in the air. Baines had to be sure of that one. He had Thomas all over him. And a free kick given the way of the visitors here. Buchanan does well, but doesn't come away with it. Unity now. Oh, that's a poor giveaway. Pagordy does well to intercept.
Oh,
and
well
then
done.
wins the ball. Kevin Pagordy. A nice long ball, 2 Lusa players there. DeAndrea is going to claim it. Lucas will instead make his way into the middle. Tries to receive the cross. Sent out the back by Savan for a corner kick. The 17-year-old Kevin Pagordy continuing to look dangerous here this afternoon. Definitely a welcome addition to this Lusa side. Corner kick flicked in. Buchanan went for the tackle, went for the hit, excuse me, and I think he made contact with the head of Baines. The play is continuing. Mavetta. They find Buchanan. His shot takes a deflection off a foot, and a chaotic scene there as Baines was down on the pitch, and I think everyone expected a whistle to go, but play continued and nearly led to an opportunity there for Langley United.
No, I think he definitely did get him in the face a little bit. He's wiping at his eyes now.
Yeah, just a nice aggressive play there from both players,
That
though,
was
and
good.
Definitely not much in it, so we continue on here. Hicks will get things going once again, and he'll send it to Savan. Looking for the flick on there, but unable to do so, and it's turned over. Now an opportunity. Gassemi taken down as he was looking for Podgorny on the pass, and that's going to be a free kick. See if Langley takes it short, and they do. Thomas making the run. Just a little out of his reach there as he was shielded off the ball by number 22, Francis Powell. Just about midway through the opening half, Estelle, what have you liked so far from this home side as they're leading 1-0?
Well, both teams actually super calm on the ball. It's surprising that Unity is that calm, being that now they're down 1, but Langley here, very cool, collected. Again, as I say that.
Yeah, really holding their shape
But here
well.
we go, yeah. Even though lose the ball there, everyone's back organized.
Oh, but a steal
That
there.
allows that to happen.
Gassemi taken down, and the referee tells him to get up. Don't think there was much in that, but Gassemi not happy with it either way. Play continues. That ball played through. Buggy Sadu gets onto the end of it. Somehow that ball stays in. Ostavari did well, not once but twice, to deny Sadu. And somehow the ball actually stayed in. Maybe it was the wind that pushed it back there still.
Another one of those funny bounces. We saw one of those in the women's game.
Lucas comes, gets the flick on, but it's going to be Unity who will get to it first.
Good press there.
Ooh, potentially dangerous ball, but it does fall to the foot of a Unity player. Ruby finds Shambushu out wide. They They work it back into the middle. Opportunity now. Unity, long shot, and it finds the back of the net. I think it was Lennon Thompson who got his foot onto the end of that one, and he found the back of the net. And how about that for Lennon Thompson? Played the opening match of the season with Langley United. Yep. Made the switch to Unity.
That's how quick it happens too. You can be just dominating possession the entire time, and then that's how it goes.
And yes, the former Langley United player gets one past his former side and levels this one up at a goal apiece. And all credit to the visitors. You said they've stayed composed, and they didn't let the early goal against them really affect their game plan.
No,
stayed with
really.
it.
There's not a noticeable difference before and after they got scored on, and just there you go.
Unity FC goals for number 28.
A little bit more energy now from Langley. You can see a little bit more movement from the players.
I think they'll be a little bit frustrated after that.
Yeah. Well, even on that goal, that was the one line through to the net, and he found it.
Yeah, brilliant strike there from Thompson. Like you said, momentum can shift just on a dime like that, and when it felt like it was all Lusa. And there's another opportunity. Pagorni tried to play it straight off his leg there, out of the air, and just couldn't get enough on it, and it was Hicks who was able to claim. And Unity now once again on the ball. Verhoeven now in the middle. He plays a nice one down. Just kept in. Here comes Unity once again. Tried to cut it back into the 6-yard box. And Ostavari gives up the corner. A nice play there by Kerr off of what was another really nice pass from Grant Verhoeven in the middle.
Langley's got to be careful here. You can just feel the energy shifting a little bit in Unity's favor. Ooh, everyone's stacked at the front post. Very interesting.
They go for the long over the top one, much like we saw in the women's match, and it's D'Souza who gets his paws up and keeps it out. Nice play off the side of the foot. Pagorni tries to give it back, but Thompson getting it done on both sides as he tracks back to win that one. And then immediately throws it forward, looking for his captain. Shimbushu does well. Tries to cut it back. He does, but only Dom Joseph there, and Langley United just sends it out to safety.
Good clearance there. Way to be calm in front of the net.
From the 16-year-old at that, which is amazing. But my goodness, the tides have turned here in this opening half. It has been all Unity in the last few minutes. That's another nice ball out wide. Shimbushu, he's going to try to cut in, cuts back out on DeAndrea, and played out to safety once again, but it stays in. Sidhu finds Thompson, looks to find Sidhu again. DeAndrea doesn't let that one go out, instead plays it, and it goes out for a throw. And Pagorni stuck a foot out, and it's going to go out the back for a corner kick. First corner kick of the match for Unity looked quite dangerous. This time it'll come from the opposite side.
Outswing corner here, a little different than the first one where everyone was clumped up on the near post.
It's going to be Eve to take this one. It'll be an outswinger. Misses everybody. Falls to the foot though of a Unity player, takes a deflection. And Mavetta can do nothing but just stick a foot out and get it out of danger. Lusa a little bit hemmed in their own zone right now, unable to get it out of their own third. Sidhu, he throws it in there, and Shambushu comes away with it. Has it taken away though, Pagorni. For Lucas, trying to find Pagorni again. And Mavetta will just let it crawl all the way back, and he claims it himself.
Langley just needs a little bit of a reset here. Just got to get back to that simple passing that they were doing in the first 5-10. Just a little bit too much.
Joseph will
that calm energy.
Joseph will leave it for Thomas there, and they'll work it back into the middle of the pitch, and they successfully switch the play to the other side, and the long ball for DeAndrea is a beautiful one. He'll get on the end of it. He'll cross it in, but Sidhu gets his body in the way, and they'll give up a corner kick. But a beautiful ball that time from the center back, Mavetta, just to throw it into a perfect spot. They take it quickly.
Short corner.
DeAndrea. This time he crosses it in. Pagorni!
Ooh.
Oh, excuse me, that was Buchanan. His header stopped by Hicks. A well-worked set piece that time. Shambushu with a nice pass. The cross misses everybody. Buchanan gets in the way, takes down his man, and the referee points to the spot.
Yeah.
Kerr is the one who is fouled. Looked for a second like he gave up the chance to shoot, tried to cut it back, but drew Buchanan in and earned the penalty. And just more than one Langley United player just kind of let it go past them, and not playing the sound defensive game that they were in the early stages here, and all of a sudden, Unity with an opportunity here.
Souza taking a minute to get ready here.
Victory Shambushu, 1 goal on the season. He steps up, and he pots it home. He goes left, D'Souza goes right. And Langley United now, despite scoring early and playing with all the confidence, all of a sudden, after half an hour, they find themselves down a goal here at Willoughby Stadium.
It's so fast how that can happen. It just, the tide shift a little bit, and then everything just kind of starts slipping away from you. They just need to bring it back to that calm, easy passing that they had in the first 5-10. It's just a little bit too rushed now. Even here, they've got time in the middle. They just need to take their time. Their switch around the back is what gives them the best chance going forward.
Lucas with a nice turn off that long ball. He's got Joseph, goes all the way across instead to DeAndrea. And they're going to say that he played that one off his arm. I think that might have been the right call. He didn't seem to outstretch it a bit.
Didn't say anything.
A little surprised to see them not make the pass to Dom Joseph there, as he had some space in the middle of the pitch. Goes out wide instead. Not a bad ball by any means, though, but just didn't work out for him. And here is Joseph. Finds the captain. They work it out wide for Buchanan.
There we go.
He finds Lucas. He's got a little bit of a step here. Nice cut. Tries to find Gassemi. It goes back to Lucas. A lot of Unity players in the way as Gassemi cannot get that cross through. Can only clear it as far as Joseph. Nice cut.
Very calm in the middle from Joseph.
King now. Fakes the pass. Joseph now. Plays it up and over, looking for Thomas. Just kind of hung up in the wind a little bit. Couldn't quite find the man he was looking for. King does well. No foul, says the ref. Play on. And Langley United are just going to reset here at the back line. Lucas, nice cut towards the ball, but he loses it. One of the foul, does not get it. I think a little bit of frustration maybe starting to build up on the home side right now.
Well, especially when you go into it, you know, you're maybe slightly confident in that first little bit there, and then now you just find you can't get the flow back that you had at the beginning. It can be frustrating.
Joseph, he has it stolen off his boot. Nice turn. Unity feeling it, the shot. D'Souza with the save. Ruby did not get what he wanted on that ball, and it bounces into the waiting arms of D'Souza. But another turnover and another opportunity for Unity, who this might be the most confident they've looked all season up to this point. Long ball looking for Pagorni. Handled easily by Baines, but it falls to Thomas. Thomas cuts through to the middle. Brody Thomas, his shot just up and over the net. Captain going for it from well outside the box.
That's what you need, though, even if it's maybe a little bit far. Just the energy to get everyone going again. You know, you need that from your captain. Like, guys, look, like, it's not the end of the world here. We can keep going. Yeah, definitely some frustration, some bickering here.
Yeah, sometimes this is the downside to having a lot of rotation in your squad, is not necessarily knowing where your teammate is going to make the run, because you don't know where they typically like to go.
Everyone here nice and tight in the middle.
It's going to fall to Lucas. Hit the header though, and it's going to fall to Sadu at the sideline. His ball up and over, misses everybody, but it's Ruby, the center forward, who's first to it. Hard battle with Mavetta, but he's called for the foul. And he's going to be booked for his reaction to that one a little bit. Yeah, unfortunately, can't turn and yell at the assistant officials like that.
Oh. See the Unity head coach even calming down his other players, got an arm out, just relax, it's okay.
Yeah, tensions
are silly here.
Tensions are definitely high here in this one, and it's showing here, and we're only still in the first half as that one's played up and over the top. Lucas trying to win it, but it's Baines who gets to it. It's going to fall back to Lucas. Works it outside for Valentine. He's got two players on him. Last off of a Unity player. DeAndrea will just go back to Mavetta, and they'll reset once again from the back line. Ostavari finds Joseph, who gets it right back. Calm play there from the center back. Mavetta looking for Thomas. He finds the captain, but the flag goes up for offside. A perfectly weighted ball there from Mavetta. But the captain just a step ahead, and the flag goes up.
See Unity gaining confidence here. They're pushing 3 up now.
Could a bit of a dangerous game, but it works out for them that time. Eve does well, finds Kerr. Buchanan tracks back, clean tackle, says the official. I agree. And then Eve gives them one back the other way as this one is called. Hard battle there between Eve and Buchanan.
Long time on the kick setup there for Langley. Probably looking to play quick here.
Gassemi looking for somebody, but no one there in a blue kit. Played as far as Valentine. King does well to find DeAndrea with the overhead kick. And it's Mavetta once again, the center back. He's had a few nice balls of delivery, but this time he just plays it to his central back partner in Ostavari. This time he sends it long and right into the waiting arms of Hicks. And Hicks just telling his players to get forward here as he takes a little more time. Shimbushu with the nice little flick on there. He gets it back. Has it knocked off his foot, but it stays with Unity. Sidhu now tries to turn. Plays it off. Pagorni wins the throw-in. Gets a little bit cooler here at Willoughby Stadium as the sun's hiding behind the clouds. Langley United now with an opportunity. Nice ball over the top, but there's Hicks once again coming all the way out, but he's just going to let it roll all the way and eventually just put his hands on it and messing with Lucas a little bit as he waited till the very last second.
Lucas staying right with him too, trying to get him back for that.
He'll play it short to Thompson. Shimbushu scored from the spot to get his second of the season on DeAndrea. Does well. Finds Sidhu. His cross claimed by D'Souza. Nice job by the keeper. Joseph now, he's got a little bit of space. Quickly closed down and he plays it out to DeAndrea. Just a little more than 4 minutes plus added time here. That one's played for Brody Thomas, but it is
well cleared.
Yep. Pagorni for Thomas. Trying to find Pagorni again on the give and go. Gonna play a little 1-2. Here is Shimbushu. He's got a man in the middle. It's Verhoeven. Nice ball through. Finds Kerr. Andrew Kerr. Gets past Ostavari. Cuts it back. But it looked like it was played off of a hand. And Langley now will try to move it quickly. Lucas, he's got a little bit of space. We'll see if he can try to find a teammate here. He's got Gasemi out on the other side. Didn't put enough on that ball. Intercepted by Sidhu.
That's where we got to move quick.
Lucas now, he plays it out wide. It is Thomas for Pagorni. Nice turn. Looking for a man in the middle. Gasemi gets his foot to it, but can't direct it on target. And Hicks collapses on the ball, not taking any chances. Shimbushu finds Verhoeven. Those two have had a nice little link-up play all afternoon here. Here's Eve through the middle, out wide. There's Eve again, and he slots it home. And the visitors are simply just slicing and dicing through the Langley defense here in the first half. It's 3-1. That is a cool finish from Unity. And they are playing with all sorts of confidence right now. Something we have not seen from this club this season. And Kieran Eve, the benefactor of some fantastic passing, didn't have to do much but just pick the corner there.
You can see some frustration here for Langley.
Yeah, lots of hands on hips right now.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And
just those quick short passes that they're just kind of losing on the defensive end.
Yeah, and unfortunately, just after a good opportunity on the other end too,
Yep.
Gassemi couldn't get what he wanted to on the opportunity, and Unity comes flying back the other way and doubles their advantage. And it was all smiles in the first 15 minutes here for the home side, but since then it's been all Unity.
Gassemi's done really well to kind of float in that half space, and you can see that they're just not quite. He's always kind of open here on this right side. Now he's kind of in the middle. He's going to float back and shift, so no one really has him marked. Here he goes again. He's going to slide behind Joseph here. And there he goes.
3 additional minutes at the end of the first half, and here's
There he
Shimbushu,
is.
and here comes Unity again. This time he gets it through. Ostavari just does well enough. Takes his man off the ball. I believe that was Ruby. And Pagorni goes off of him last, and it'll roll all the way to the back. And it'll be a throw. And like we said, we're going to have 3 additional minutes here at the end of the first half.
Three minutes additional time added on to the half. 3 minutes additional time.
See if Lusa can pull one back
This is where
here.
it would be really good to get one going into halftime here. Just get the energy up a little bit.
Joseph on the ball. He's looked dangerous with the ball on his boots here this afternoon. Sends it out wide. Buchanan. His ball, definitely not what he wanted, and you could see the frustration at himself for that one. Unfortunate there for Joey as he sends that one out the back.
Just not quite first to the ball there for Langley off that. Just makes it difficult there again.
Here is Pagorni. He can't get onto the end of it as Lennon Thompson wins it cleanly and finds Powell.
Just kind of losing those 50-50s in the middle.
King. He plays it long, looking for Gassemi. Brilliant ball.
Oh, good
Gassemi,
touch.
great control. Gassemi tries to play it back. Cannot find a teammate. Baines gets in the way. He was trying to find Lucas. And now a long ball the other way. That's going to find a Unity player. Kerr goes over his head. He controls, though. Nice turn past Buchanan. And just mishit that one, and that one goes over the back. DeAndrea now, just about a minute left here in this opening half. He finds Pagorni. Has it taken off of him by Thompson, who continues to have a great game here against his former side.
Very strong in the middle, winning all those 50-50s.
Work it back to Savan. Nice job open over the top there from Kerr, but Rastavari the only one there. Now Dom Joseph. Joseph back on the ball. Plays it for King. Possibly one more opportunity here. But turned aside. Opportunity now the other way. Great ball. Finding Ruby. Goes to ground. Ostavari did well, though. Nothing called. Certainly looked a lot more egregious than it was, I think.
Yeah.
And the halftime whistle goes. And despite the strong start here, after an early goal from Brody Thomas, just 8 minutes in, pretty much since that point it has been all Unity. Lennon Thompson, Victory Shimbusho from the spot, and then Kieran Eve in the late stages of the half gives the visitors a 3-1 lead here at halftime. Lots of questions for Coach Azad and Langley United in the break. We'll see what adjustments they make in second half action coming up in 15 minutes time here on L1BC live on YouTube.
And future matches.
just like sending out one lead to yeah. That's enough. Yeah, do your thing, do your thing.
Hello and welcome back inside of Willoughby Stadium here in Langley, BC. Second half action coming up for you here in just a moment. Langley United getting off to a hot start with a goal just 8 minutes in, coming off the foot of Captain Brody Thomas. But then it was the underdog Unity FC coming back strong. Goals from Lennon Thompson, Victory Shambusho, and Kieran Eve in late in the first half, giving Unity a 3-1 halftime advantage. Couple of subs here at halftime for Langley United here, as we see. Let's see who did we get coming in here. We got Adriano. He's going to be checking in as for Langley, as well as Abraham Merwahi, Dom Joseph, and Valentine King, the two midfielders, central midfielders, coming out. And I am Rut Lipkowski, of course. I'm joined by Estelle Keller. We are live here on L1BC here on YouTube. And Estelle, like we said, hot start here from the home side, but since then it's been all Unity. What does Langley have to do here in this second half if they want to try and get back into this one?
Well, it's kind of a balance, right, between keeping calm and also like a little bit more intensity in winning those 50-50 balls. Like, they're just kind of losing that first step in the middle, and you just want them to go into this second half with a little bit more confidence of getting into those tackles and winning those balls. Because you see here, Unity is ready to win those 50-50s and ready to get physical in the middle.
Yeah, instant turnover there. It is Eve. He scored that third goal. Wins the ball back quickly, plays it to Verhoeven. He's had a strong first half there in the middle of the park. Shambushu plays it for Verhoeven, gets it back to Shambushu. His shot just wide. Takes a deflection off a leg, but we've talked about those two and their link-up play, and it has continued in the opening minute here. And Langley United just don't really have an answer for these two at the moment.
It's so difficult to break that down because if you're one player caught in between, it's just to your right, to your left so fast. It really needs to be a two-person kind of mission to break that down, right? It's just so difficult 1v2 there, especially when they're that quick with their passing.
Corner outswinger knocked away by Ostavari. As far as Lyndon Thompson though, but he does well to send it all the way back out. And that is Kieran Eve, who thought he won a corner kick, but it's the official says last off of Eve, and it's going to be a goal kick here. No halftime subs from Unity. And like we mentioned, the two for the home side here to start the second half. Merhawi and Matarolo checking in. Again, the official just having to calm things down here. Tensions were high in that opening half, and you got to assume it's just going to continue that way. Nice turn by Thomas. Brody Thomas plays it through, looking for Picorni. Couldn't find him. That was a clever ball that he tried to play, but just couldn't quite get it through. As DeAndrea will get things up and running once again. We need more of that here from the home side in this second half as they find themselves down 2. Ostavari looking long. Brilliant pass, finds Joey Buchanan, who handles it well. Joey holds off, finds Lucas. Gets it back. Ooh, Buchanan taken down hard.
Yikes.
But nothing in it, as it looked like maybe the ball just swept off his leg there. And it's going to be a throw for Unity as Buchanan stays on the ground and the official will hold up play.
Just a funny step there. I'm not sure if that was contact or not.
Up and running here once again. Ostavari plays that one long. Lucas does well to find Pagorni. Through ball to Brody Thomas. Hicks comes out and claims. A brave play there from the number 1 of Unity.
He's done well to use his whole box there. Can't imagine how scary that is. Seeing Brody Thomas running at you 100 miles an hour and you got to dive out face first.
Yeah, it could not pay me enough to be a keeper.
No.
Ostavari now, he'll send it out wide. Buchanan. Ooh, Merhawi just kind of let it go. Savan there, though, for Unity. Turned over, Buchanan quickly to Gassemi. Merhawi tried to like chip it forward there as he was looking for Thomas, but then turned over. Oh, brilliant job there, getting back into the play.
It's a good ball through.
That was the sub, Mataroto. Oh, Merhawi with an opportunity. Tried to play it with his left foot, sent it wide of the net, completely mishit. Great pass, though, from the captain, and the two of them are starting to build a little bit of something here together. Merhawi's 3rd appearance here. Did not feature in last week's match against the Whitecaps Academy. Long throw. No one there but Baines, but it comes all the way back out. Pagorni, nice turn. Looking for Merhawi. Gets a little too aggressive as he goes into his man. And that'll be a free kick here for Unity. Five minutes gone here in the second half. Langley weathered a very early storm in the opening minute here of this half, but since then they've looked a little more on the ball. They've had more possession, and they seem to be trying to build something going forward, but the final product still lacking at the moment.
Another 50-50 there.
And one again by Unity, like you've mentioned. DeAndrea will come back for this one, and he will let it just roll out for a throw. Looks like he didn't really want anything to do with the larger Victory Shambushu coming at him at the on that one. Thompson, 2 men on him. Nearly loses it. He does lose it. Long ball over the top. I believe Thomas was offside, but either way, it's going to roll all the way to Hicks. This is something that we talked about, you and I, at halftime with the way that this game has been going. It's Unity is a much older, more experienced squad, and they seem to be using their size and their advantage here to their advantage. And there is an opportunity, second chance. And it's potted home. The first chance was stopped by D'Souza. The second chance, not gonna be denied, was Caden Ruby. And like we just mentioned, this very experienced, larger team. They are really, they're really using their advantages.
You can see they're just dominating in the middle there, just the 50-50s. It's impossible to really settle the ball down when every second or third pass you're losing the ball. You can't really build a flow. Langley's just got to settle it down here and try to get a couple more passes connected.
Very young side here in the blue and yellow, and showing their inexperience at times. It is a very skilled team, but still lots of growing pains for a lot of players who are teenagers right now. So Lucas, he'll try to get things moving fast. That's a nice ball to DeAndrea.
Brilliant. Then we got to keep it.
Overran it there. He played it so nicely off of his head the first time. But
That's what it is. It's the first touch is so good. They're so technically skilled, but then they're just losing it in the battles. Just size, right? Some of these matchups, they're going against someone who's much taller, a lot bigger.
kind of similar to what we saw last week, but it was the opposite side when Langley was playing the Whitecaps Academy, and
Yep.
they were starting a lot of 15, 16-year-old kids and very young, talented players in that academy, but playing against
Yep.
a little bit of an older and bigger side, and the experience made a big difference. And currently Langley just looking for answers right now, and even right there, Buchanan let it go. Ostavari, does well though. Off the miscommunication, making something out of nothing.
A fast tail.
Buchanan's got a man on him. Lucas tried to play it through his defender, but unable to do so. And that's been a bit of the story here today, as it's been, like we've said, a lot of those first touches, those first passes have been so good, but Unity has been getting back, and they have been breaking up the opportunities and making life difficult for Langley. That's a nice ball though.
Yep.
Savon does well. The wind may have helped that one take a funny bounce as it bounced over Brody Thomas. As you can probably hear the wind in our headsets right now. That's a nice ball to find Ruby. His cross. Knocked aside. And then Ruby a little aggressive there. Gives up the free kick, and it's played quickly. For Howie, he's got to find a teammate on that one.
Yeah, too much. Too much.
That could be just some of the frustrations building up now as a little more individual style of play at certain points, and Langley's still moving the ball well, especially along that back line, but at certain points there might just be a little bit too much of a desire to try and cut through the defense on your own. Buggy Sidhu does well to win that one. Pagorni all over him. Ooh. Battle of the number 7s there. Lavetta finally comes away with it. And they work it out wide to Buchanan once again.
You almost want Langley to take a page out of Unity's book based on how they responded in the first, 5-10 minutes. They stayed exactly the same after that first goal was scored. They didn't freak out, didn't start to panic. Langley's just got to settle the ball down and get back to that first few minutes.
Eve cuts through the defense, and he tucks it past D'Souza. And what an individual effort. Kieran Eve cuts through the defense. And it goes from bad to worse for the home team. It is now 5-1 after such a promising start. And you can even see it in the body language right now of
heads down
of the blue and yellow team right now. It is not a happy time here for Langley United, as this game has really gotten away from them. And even on that play, it was a beautiful individual effort from Eve, who I believe just picked up his hat-trick goal. That was his third one of the match, but the ability for him to he basically just walked through the defense at that point. The intensity not there that Langley United needs it to be, and look, here they go again.
That's where you need that leader, someone physical, just get in there. Don't let him.
Nice ball, Thompson, he stands on it. A nice long ball. That's going to find Thomas.
Ooh.
Oh, but Hicks way out.
A header.
The keeper way out. And he had to make sure he didn't do anything wrong there. And Thomas frustrated, of course. That seemed like that was going to be something out of nothing when DeAndrea just punted it as far as humanly possible. And It was going to fall to Thomas, but great job from the Unity keeper to recognize that and to come flying 30 yards away from his net. Bad turnover there from Savan. Thomas now, he's got Merhawi. Oh, Merhawi just waited too long and he loses it. Great defense from Powell. Nice turn from Lucas. Finds Matarolo. Gassemi. His cross goes off of Thompson's back. And Verhoeven collects. You can hear even the coaching staff of Langley. They wanted Merhawi to play that ball sooner. They needed him to. Thomas does well. Oh, but he can't get through Baines. Great defense there once again from Baines. He's looked so good here tonight. He's made so many crucial plays. He has been rock solid for this side. But Gorney does well. Ooh, tries to dance around Sadu though, and he plays it out of bounds. And we're going to see a couple of subs here for Lusa. So we're going to see Shabad Jafari check in and Harris Husani. And we're going to see Lucas and
Substitutions for Langley United coming into the game. Number 17, Harris Husani, and number 18.
number 5 Ostavari checking out. Excuse me, not Ostavari, it's DeAndrea, Marcus DeAndrea.
Hope with the subs here they bring a little extra energy, something to pep everybody up again.
Oh, nice long ball looking for Thomas, but Francis Powell does well this time. He's also had a solid game playing at left back. Big task for Harris Husani, who checks in for DeAndre, who's got Victory Shambushu all over him. He's going to have to. That's going to be a tough battle for him. Kerr able to win that ball quite easily, but his pass is deflected. He gets it back, and there is the hat-trick man, Eve. He's denied. And Langley slows it down, plays it for Buchanan, but he's closed out immediately by Andrew Kerr.
You can see overthinking it a little bit there. Just play quick. Doesn't have to be something super duper amazing. Just get the flow back a little bit.
Ostavari with a nice play to cut in,
go.
win the ball, cuts around a defender,
There you go.
plays it. Unfortunately,
Oh,
goes
hits
off
his
of
back.
Thomas's back. He turned his head from, he had it over his right shoulder, turned it over his left to try and read the ball and lost it in that moment, and it went off of his back, and that is another opportunity gone. As that one's played out of play. "62 minutes gone here at L1BC Stadium. And the energy in the air has just been sucked out of this pitch. This Unity side just playing unbelievable football right now here. 5 straight goals after giving up that early one. Just using their size and their experience to their advantage here. High ball from Ostavari. Merhawi does well. Finds Jafari, who plays it for Buchanan. Nice ball through the middle. Merhawi, he's got Thomas. He finds Thomas. Oh, but there he is again. There he is again. There's number 16, Baines. Another sliding challenge. That would have been a golden scoring opportunity for Lusa. Nice ball. Husani
Corner.
tried to cut it back, and Baines once again gets in the way, sends it out for a corner. Long ball in, Hicks comes out and claims. Ball played way up into the air. Merhawi kind of takes a swing at it with his studs, doesn't get onto the end of it. Savon wins the ball.
It's another one of those 50-50s. You just got to body in, right? He's got his leg out, kind of funny.
Yeah, Merhawi was doing a good job of
Yep.
that earlier, but on
Yeah.
that one, just a little lackadaisical. Baines does well once again. Sadu finds Verhoeven, cuts through two men, gets the pass off to Sadu. They go out wide. They find Eve. He's made himself Unity's top goal scorer already on the season after this hat trick. Great ball. Gassemi, Amir Gassemi. He hits the back of the net. And Amir Gassemi gets his second of the year, and he pulls one back for the home side. "25 minutes and a little bit of extra time to go. Still a tall task for Langley United to find themselves down 5-2, but that is a great finish there from Gassemi, and that'll feel good for him. So we see a sub here. Kevin Picorni is going to check out here for the rest of this one. Checking in is number 9, but we do not have a number 9 on our roster sheet, so we will let you know as soon as we know. Shambushu, he loses out. Good job by Jafari there. And now Shabad tries to get by Thompson. Shambushu, he loses out. Jafari, another good takeaway. Shabad Jafari, he's looking like he's got some legs in him here this afternoon, or this evening now. Good pass off there from Thomas. Joey Buchanan, he's in, but the flag goes up. And head in his hands, Joey Buchanan can't believe it. It was a great pass, but I guess it might have actually been Brody Thomas. He might have been offside when he ran back for that one, because it definitely didn't look like Joey was offside. We will see a couple of subs here for Unity, as we'll see number 17, Tahil Davis. He's going to check in, as well as number 19, Dante Colburn. And we can now confirm to you that the sub for Lusa was Jonathan Silva, who checks in. He's listed as number 20 on our roster, but he's wearing the number 9 here tonight. And here is Colburn, another UFV Cascade, fresh into the game, off a great rookie season with UFV. Great job there from Davis, earning the foul.
Card there for Buchanan.
You almost got to feel like that one's been coming for Joey. He's had such a, he's been so frustrated tonight. He's played well, but just things have not gone his way. Kerr. Let's play it back for Davis. And there is Verhoeven. And having to play it all the way back there was Powell. Hicks sends that one straight into the dugout of Unity. Nice long ball looking for Thomas. He finds Thomas. And it was Silva that time tried to lay it off. Hassani does well to find Gassemi. Amir Gassemi on Sadhu. Crosses it in. Merhawi, he gets his head to it, directs it on target. But Hicks claims it. Merhawi did well to get up for it, but just couldn't generate enough power on that one. And Hicks easily able to claim.
See, they're again in the middle. Just 3 totally uncontested players.
Davis and Colburn, the subs, playing a little give and go, but Colburn loses out. Thomas now, he's got Silva, but denied by Savan. Another opportunity though, Joey sends it out wide, Merhawi. Merhawi patient, stays with it. Oh, but a poor pass, Verhoeven in the way. All he had to do was just stick out his foot just 6 inches there and send it back the other way. Good look for my Merhawi, but he just didn't see Verhoeven on that one. Well, Merhawi does well that time to win that 50-50. Thomas plays it through. And Baines, as he's been all night, in the way, shielding Jafari from the ball, and Hicks gets it. Joey misses that one, and now it's Kerr. Kerr gonna try to cut back towards the goal, taking it away by Ostavari. Colburn, his shot. High and over the net. Doesn't challenge D'Souza. Those two gonna be teammates in Canada West this upcoming season with UFV. Jafari now. Lisa staying with their game plan. Checking and swinging it around along that back line. Buchanan gets himself a little bit of space, takes the run. Merhawi plays it back to him. Joey continues the run. Buchanan sends it across. Hicks does well.
That's better though from Langley. Smooth across, in, out, in.
Yeah, much better. Unfortunately, Buchanan just couldn't cut it back enough. Too close to Hicks. They got to watch Kerr on the opposite side here. He's wide open if they can find him. There he is. He's on the ball. Merhawi from behind. And there is the foul call just outside the box. He's going to go in the book here by the looks of it. It's almost too bad they couldn't hear me on that one, because just as I said it, Colburn did well to find him. Kerr has had a great night of being able to find that space in that dangerous area on the left side. He's been making a lot of things happen. It's been a good night for Andrew Kerr. And Verhoeven and Dante Colburn are going to stand over this one. Colburn may try to go for goal for this one off his right boot. We'll see if he tries to go up and over the wall. It's definitely going towards goal. And it is going to be Colburn. Tried to go.
Well done from the wall.
Looked like he was going to try to go under maybe. A cross handled by D'Souza. Tries to play it long. Plays it very high. And it's Verhoeven battling with Thomas, and Davis comes away with it. It's a nice job by Verhoeven there. There is Kerr. Another nice ball. Finds Ruby. Ooh, nice ball over the top. But Davis not able to get onto the end of that one, and we now enter the 74th minute here at Willoughby Stadium. Langley got one back here in the second half, but it would take a Herculean effort to try and get back into this one, down 5-2. Silva sticks his boot out at it, but never going to beat Savon. And now we're going to see a couple more subs here from the visitors. Costa Azadik is going to check in, as well as Jacob Jansen. Andrew Kerr earns a well-deserved early night, as well as Buggy Sidhu. Did a great job of handling Kevin Pagorni for the most part all night.
Yep.
Got beat once early on, and then after that, he was rock solid. And Shimbushu just playing it off the head, playing a little keepy-uppy by himself. Gets through two men, and you can tell he's feeling it right now. He is feeling some kind of way at the moment.
That's the thing. You can't let them do that to you. Holy moly. You had it 6 times to yourself. Someone's got to just get in there.
Goes all the way back to Savon, and he'll play it back to Hicks. This ball over the top. And that's a nice little head to find Shimbushu.
Oh.
They roll it on. Oh, what a play.
Too cool.
Ruby let it go. Clever play there from the center forward, and Jansen just sends it over the net. And now we'll see Riku Suga. Stop me if you've heard this before. UFV Cascade checking into the match. Joey Buchanan will take the rest of the night off. And looks like Thomas earned the free kick there as it went as he took a boot to the shin.
Langley looking like they're changing to a 3-back. Looking to push up.
Long ball.
Ooh.
Hicks calmly collects.
Yeah, Langley definitely now shifted to a 3 in the back. Maybe looking to build up a bit more.
Yeah, Ostavari going to shift more into the right center back role there, and opportunity now as they play it fast. Savon does just enough. Davis quickly to Verhoeven. Finds Jansen. The substitute. Finds his captain, Shimbushu. Finds Caden Ruby. Finds the captain again. He's able to turn, keeps the ball on his foot.
Oh my
What a turn.
gosh.
Tried to find a teammate finally at the end, but he has it finally taken away from him. And there's Silva. He's taken down by Baines. And one of the few times Baines has been beaten on a ball, and he's going to find himself in the book for it after 77 minutes, but it was a necessary tackle. Otherwise, Silva was in alone.
This now is where, Langley can get some energy back here. If they get a good result off this, it's in a good spot.
And we're going to see looks like a triple sub here. The captain, Victory Shimbushu, will finally give way, and he will put the captain's armband on Baines, who has continued to be just a rock all night, and they'll share a little hug and take a little time off the board. And Caden Eve, the hat-trick man, will also step off the pitch for the night. And we're going to see Jovan Sidhu, UFV Cascade, check onto the pitch, as well as Mohamed Ibrahim and Jack Weeb. Long ball in, misses everybody, and right into the waiting arms of David Hicks, who will hug the ball on the ground for a few seconds before distributing. Savon just plays it long. Here is Davis. He's got some space on this left side. Merhawi now on him. Does well to cut back. Finds Colburn. Colburn goes for goal from distance. Sends it long over the net once again. Ball looking for Thomas. And Brody Thomas, the captain, he had that early goal, and it's been a little frustrating for him since then, but number 11, wearing the captain's armband for the blue and yellow, he has not stopped running once for this entire match. It's clear to see why he wears that captain's armband. He clearly leads by example, and maybe showing a little frustration at this point, but not really sure you can blame him after giving up 5 goals in a row here in this one. Colburn goes for goal again. Clearly not shy to try and attack the net. This time it takes a deflection though off a leg and just rolls to D'Souza. Another long ball. It has been the bread and butter of Langley for many pieces of the night as they've just tried to go from center back to center forward. That pass does go out. Looks like we're gonna see one more sub here tonight from Langley. As we see number 23, Beckham Hatch, waiting now at center pitch as he will wait to check into this one for the final few minutes. Thomas, oh, he loses out. And he gives Weeb a little bit of the business and takes a foul for his troubles. We'll see Madden Ostavari. Check out by the looks of it. I did see the 4th official raise the board, but it appears that he's going to have to wait a little longer to come in as Beckham Hatch.
Maybe not.
And there we go. For a second I thought he was going to make him wait. But yes, Beckham Hatch now checks in. Jovan Sidhu. His pass intercepted by Merhawi. Gassemi now, nice turn. Long ball over the top. Merhawi gonna try to track that down, but it is Weeb, the sub, making the most of those fresh legs as he tracks that one down first. Now we'll see the big throw from Jaden Mineta. Try to whip one into a dangerous area, maybe just inside the 6. And he does just that. It falls to Merhawi, takes a deflection off a defender. Second opportunity, cleared to safety by Unity.
Slip there?
Yeah, a little slip indeed from Suga. Langley has to retreat back to D'Souza once again, and they will work from the back, and it's going to be Beckham Hatch who's telling his teammates to go forward. And Weeb doesn't want to get 2 hands in the back from Thomas again, so he just plays it out for a throw-in. Thomas whips that one in. Savon just in the right spot as he's been all night.
Yeah. Big presence in the box, just haven't been able to get past him.
Colburn now. He's got Jansen if he wants him. Instead goes all the way across. Beautiful pass, but he's offside. Mohamed Ibrahim in a good spot, but just too far forward. Good vision, though, from Colburn to spot him. Nice little 1-2 there, and Gassemi will leave it. Cross in.
Ooh.
Loose ball. Hicks recovers. He had Silva there waiting to pounce on it. Even took a little bit of a boot there from Silva.
Yep.
Ibrahim and Suga battle. Actually, excuse me, that was Hassimi. Merhawi loses the handle on it, but wins it back from Verhoeven. Ran out of space. Gassemi finds Merhawi. Brilliant touch. Too heavy, though, from Silva. Needs to do better. He had the time and the space. He just let it go a little bit too far ahead of him as he tried to lead himself. And Unity off the hook there, as that could have potentially made things a little more interesting in the late stages of this one, but Unity are still comfortably ahead at this point with 5 minutes to go plus extra time. Except for Unity is a trip to Coquitlam.
Took a ball.
Great ball, and it's put in! Brody Thomas gets his second of the game. And with 4 minutes and change to go, don't go away quite yet as the captain has made this a 2-goal match. Thomas now has 5 goals on the year.
See the energy come back a little bit.
Yeah, they're going to be pressing hard now as Langley United. Probably going to make themselves vulnerable at the back, but
well done.
At this point you got to do it. As I was about to start saying just as we saw that goal, Unity next trip will be to Coquitlam on May 17th against Evolution. Where for Langley, they will make a trip to the island. On May the 10th, they will face Nanaimo United next Saturday, excuse me. And Coach Azad not happy there with the turnover. Selfish play, tons of space available. Nice cutback, he's got plenty of options.
Oh!
Sent way over the bar. Left that one wanting. The offside flag ends up coming up anyways, but
Oh, a yellow card.
great opportunity there from Unity to just put this one to bed. It was Jansen with the run, but yes, he was just offside there, and looks like we've got a Unity player just dealing with a touch of cramp. I believe that's Verhoeven. That'll surely add an extra minute or so here at the end of the 90. Poor ball there from Hatch. Jansen now finds Verhoeven. Finds Sidhu, who appears to be in absolutely no rush, but then he just changes gears there, gets past Hatch. Nice run, cuts it across, cleared out to safety by Langley. Verhoeven does well there, but loses it.
Yes.
Second opportunity now is Thomas now. Finds Ghassemi, gets around his man, and then taken down just outside the box. That'll be a free kick in a dangerous area here in the 89th minute. Just outside of the 18. It is a tough spot here for Langley, but they can take advantage of this set piece. It could make an interesting final couple minutes here in extra time.
Yeah, intense.
You got to give Langley credit for fighting back.
Yeah.
Never gave up on the match. They did look frustrated at times. They looked very down on themselves, but this team has continued to battle back, and they're giving themselves a bit of a chance here.
It's a tough spot here.
Ghassemi and Thomas going to stand over this one. Thomas leaves it. Ghassemi never had a chance.
It's too close. It's too close to go to net there.
That was Jafari, excuse me. I believe that was Shabbat Jafari who took that shot. Yeah, tough angle to try and get that one up and over the wall. Vivetta does well to control. Sends it out wide. They go all the way across the pitch. Merhawi finds a teammate. It is Ghassemi. Mir Ghassemi trying to find Thomas. Chips it up and over the top, back to Ghassemi. Cross in.
That's a good ball.
Finds Silva. But it is the man who we've said all night has been doing what he's been needing to do. Naseeb Baines getting in the way and not allowing Silva to get a shot on goal. As we now enter 5 minutes of time added on. So time definitely not on the side of the home team here, as they will try to continue to just throw bodies forward and do what they can. Long ball as they go cross pitch. Davis just sends that one out to safety. Hatch gonna quickly pick that one up. Plays it back for Matarola. Jafari goes out wide.
Everyone from Unity behind the ball here. It'll be the same as the women's game. They're just going to try and slow it down.
Hatch with a nice ball in, off ahead. Second chance, up and over the net. Off a body. It will go for a corner kick, but Coach Azad Palani yelling at the fourth official. He's claiming that was a push off the back. Don't think he's going to get that call. But they do earn a corner kick here, and as it's being taken, the official just gonna blow the whistle and just slow things down, as there is a lot of traffic in front of David Hicks in goal. And they'll do it again here. And once again, it's whistled down. I don't think he had whistled play in yet.
No, he didn't wait for the whistle.
And that was an opportunity to get a little bit of space for a short corner that's taken away, and they got to do it again. This time it's whipped in low, doesn't get past the first man of Naseeb Baines, and then that one for Merhawi goes out for a throw, and opportunity squandered there from Langley in the final stages of this match.
Long throw. You can see Langley's getting a little tired here.
Yeah, they have been just running forward and pushing bodies as much as they can for the last half an hour here. Nice turn from Hatch. He's got a man out wide if he plays him. Plays it over the top, looking for Silva. Woo! Ooh, this time Hicks lets it go. wants a foul, but the referee tells him just get up. I mean, you can't.
He called that in.
Yeah, exactly. You can't bait in the man like that. Although I respect him for doing it.
Yeah.
Another ball forward. Silva, and he's offside. And he'll boot the ball out of play in frustration, and I think he'll end up in the book for it.
Unity in no rush to play that ball.
Absolutely.
Let's just keep walking it forward. I think the foul is way back there.
I think, yeah, at this point.
Taking his time.
Yeah, at this point now, it does appear that Unity will pick up their second win of the year. Both teams are going to be level on 6 points in the middle of the League 1 BC standings. That one goes out for, I believe, a corner, and we'll see that one taken in a little bit. It's going to be played short, of course, so they'll try to hold the ball in the corner.
Yep.
Jovenson
he
does well. Putting himself into a bit of a dangerous territory, running away from the corner flag, but doesn't end up costing them as Naseeb Baines just shoots it back down as far as he can once again. Beckham Hatch now will let that ball fall to his feet. He's just going to send that one long once again. Thomas plays it off his arm. Nice play.
Does well to shield it.
Great turn. Thomas tries to cut it back. He'll earn the corner. And Marhawi will take the corner here from the left side. And it's going to be headed out, and they'll do it again. Actually, no, they won't, because the referee will blow his whistle to call full time. Langley United tried to battle back in the late stages of this one, but a hat trick from Kieran Eve leads the away side from Surrey Unity FC to a 5-3 victory here on the road against the home team Langley United. Both teams will move to 2-2 on the standings. They'll be even on 6 points. And for Langley, some questions to ask about their defensive play going forward, as they will take a trip on BC Ferries to Nanaimo next week for a battle with Nanaimo United. And Kieran Eve, clearly player of the game, but for Langley United, you have to give it up to the captain. 2 goals on the day tonight.
Definitely working hard up front. Even though, you know, everything, Langley was still pumping up. They were still trying throughout the thing, and I think that comes from the top, right? Brody must have run 13 miles.
Yep, it's certainly. He put in a shift tonight, and a frustrating day here at L1BC Stadium for Langley as Unity FC take both matches in the doubleheader, winning 2-0 on the women's side and then 5-3 here on the men's side to close things out here at L1BC Stadium for this weekend. We will be back here at home on May the 25th. As the next time we will see Langley United right back here at L1BC Stadium, as they will play host to a very good altitude side, especially on the women's side, who are currently sitting up top of the table with Unity. But that is everything we have for you here today from L1BC Stadium. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us here on League 1 BC on YouTube, and we will see you next time.